Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to walk through a useful Power Automate flow that automatically updates an existing PDF document with PDF attachments from incoming emails. This is a great way to assemble larger PDF documents automatically, and we can accomplish all of our important file validation and transformation tasks using the Cloudmersive document conversion connector actions. Let's start off by clicking Create and selecting the option to run an automated cloud flow. Let's find the Outlook trigger called When a New Email Arrives, and then let's select it and click Create. On the flow diagram page, we can start by confirming the inbox we want our flow to target. To help expedite this video, I'm going to stick with my main inbox, but you can of course pick whichever inbox you want. On that note, I'm going to use a lot of default information in my flow for the sake of time, and you should customize each step of your flow according to how specific you want your flow's trigger criteria to be. After all, you probably don't want every single email you get with a PDF attachment updating the same file, and Power Automate offers lots of ways to narrow that down. Let's now click New Step and search for the Outlook Get Attachment action. Once we open it up, let's fill the first field with dynamic content labeled Message ID, and then let's fill the second field with dynamic content labeled Attachments Attachment ID. Once we fill that second field, Power Automate will automatically wrap this action and apply to each control because it knows this action might need to run multiple times for emails with multiple attachments. I'm going to leave the final field in this action blank. Let's now click New Step again. In this step, we're going to incorporate our first Cloudmersive action. Specifically, we're going to add an action that validates PDF as the document type because we don't want to try adding other file types to our existing document. Let's type Cloudmersive into the search bar and select the Cloudmersive document conversion connector with the green logo from the list of options below. I jump straight to the actions list when I do that, but if you haven't used this before, you'll need to name your connection and enter an API key at this stage. You can get a free API key from our website by registering a free account. From the actions list, let's search for the action called Validate a PDF and select that once we find it. In order to configure this action, we just need to enter dynamic content from our Get Attachment step. Let's fill the first field with our attachment content bytes, and then let's fill the second field with our attachment name. Let's now click New Step once more and search for the condition control. We're going to use this step to make sure our flow only merges documents when we have a valid PDF response from our previous action. We can also configure our condition to check for a lot of other criteria, but I'm going to keep this very simple for right now. Our file validation action is going to give us an array of information about our document, but all we're interested in right now is document validity, so let's click on the first field of our condition and select the Document is Valid option from the Dynamic Content window. Let's go ahead and set this equal to True. Now let's turn our attention to the If Yes scenario. We're going to leave the If No scenario blank because this flow doesn't care what happens if we get anything other than PDF documents. Our If Yes scenario is going to do three things that result in a merged and updated version of our existing PDF. First, it's going to retrieve the existing PDF document we want to merge with. To do that, we can set up a Get File Content action associated with our file's location. My demo file is in OneDrive, so I'm using that option. Second, it's going to merge the attachment PDF with our existing PDF and place the new document underneath the content of the original. This is where our second Cloudmersive API action comes into play. Let's click Add an Action and once again find the Cloudmersive document conversion connector. Once we reach the actions list, let's search for an action called Merge Multiple PDF Files Together. Within this action, we can first select File Content from our Get File Content step, and then we can fill the file name field with a random name that has a PDF extension. In the next two fields, let's make sure we select Content Bytes from our Get Attachment step, and directly following that, let's select Dynamic Content labeled Name once again. Our third and final action is going to update our existing PDF document with the output from our file transformation action. Let's click Add an Action and find the Update File action we need. I'm using OneDrive once again. Once we select our file from the folder path, let's make sure we select Dynamic Content labeled Output Content in the File Content field. This contains the encoding for our merged file content. Our flow logic is now complete, so all that's left is to run a quick test. Let's save our flow. And once it saves, let's click Test in the upper right corner of the page. Once we select the option to trigger our flow manually, Power Automate is going to wait for us to receive an email. So let's go ahead and send ourselves some kind of sample PDF to trigger our response. When our flow finishes running, we should be able to see that our original PDF document was recently updated with our new content. We can continuously email ourselves new PDFs, and this document will continue to be updated accordingly. If we email ourselves anything other than a PDF, nothing will happen, and we'll see a bunch of X marks on our trio of actions in the if-yes scenario. That concludes this video. Please check back in on our channel for more tips and demonstrations on the Power Automate platform.